Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're your shortcut to getting properly informed, maybe with a few surprising facts thrown in, and hopefully enough, chat to keep you listening.
And today, we're diving into some pretty high-stakes cricket, aren't we?
We certainly are. We're looking at day one of the final test the decider between the West Indies and Australia, Sabina Park, Jamaica. That was July 12th, 2025.
And this wasn't just like a standard day's play. No, this was day-night cricket. Under lights.
With the pink ball.
Exactly. The pink ball, which always adds spice. And what a day. It was a huge collapse and some, pretty dominant fast bowling.
Right. So our aim here is to cut through the noise, pull out the key moments, maybe find those surprising details from the sources so you really get what went down and I guess why it's so important for the series.
Okay, let's get into it then.
So Australia won the toss, decided to bat first. Always a big call in a day-nighter.
Mm-hmm. A massive call. And you could almost feel that pressure right from the start, couldn't you? Their openers, Sam Constas.
Struggled a bit.
Yeah, made 17. And Usman Khawaja got 23. They just never looked settled, really. Facing some, very lively pace bowling from the Windies.
So West Indies on top early.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
They grabbed that early momentum almost straight away. It was quite impressive how quickly they asserted themselves.
But then it looked like Australia might have steadied things for a while.
It did, yeah. For a moment there, it seemed like they'd weathered the storm. Cameron Green, he fought pretty hard for 46.
And Steve Smith got 48. That partnership, it sort of calmed things down at Sabina Park, didn't it? You felt, okay, maybe they've seen off the worst of it.
Exactly. It felt like, classic test match resilience building. But, that calm didn't last.
No, it really didn't. It was almost like the calm before the storm, in hindsight.
You could say that, because after the tea break, whatever stability they'd built just, poof, vanished.
Completely evaporated. Australia just folded, ending up 225 all out.
And the speed of it was staggering. They lost, 7 wickets?
7 for 68 runs in just 15 overs.
Incredible, isn't it? And here's something quite surprising about that. This wasn't just a blip. It was actually their fastest mid-innings collapse in a pink ball test for, over 5 years.
Wow. That really puts it in perspective. It just shows how vulnerable they became once things started to go wrong.
Absolutely. Starkly revealed, you could say.
So what was the key? What triggered that massive shift? The West Indies bowlers just seemed to find another gear, didn't they?
They really did. And what's interesting, I think, is how they did it. They didn't just bowl fast. They used the conditions perfectly.
Shamar Joseph leading the way.
Yeah, Shamar Joseph was brilliant. Took 4 for 33. He properly rattled that middle order.
And he had support, too.
Oh, definitely. Jayden Seales picked up 3 for 59. And Justin Greaves, he also got 3 for 56. It was a real team effort from the Pacers.
So it wasn't just raw pace, it was smart bowling.
Exactly. They adjusted their lengths. They started targeting that fuller length, the one that really swings under lights with the pink ball. Yeah. They forced errors.
Right. Tempting the drive, perhaps?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tempting the drive, finding the edge. It's a tactic, that less disciplined attacks sometimes miss. They bowled intelligently, squeezed every last bit of movement out of that ball as the lights took full effect.
Okay, so Australia bundled out for 225. Then it's the West Indies' turn to face the music under those same tricky conditions.
Yep. And they finished the day 16 for 1. Still, 209 runs behind.
Kevlon Anderson, the debutant, was the man out.
That's right. Mitchell Starc got him. And actually, a bit of a milestone for Starc. It was his 100th test match.
Oh, wow. Getting a wicket in your 100th? Nice touch for him.
Definitely. But despite losing Anderson, the West Indies did manage to survive that really awkward final session with the pink ball.
Which is crucial.
It really is. If you connect this to the bigger picture, they've ended day one in a pretty solid position. They've got a real chance to build a lead tomorrow.
Yeah, sets it up nicely. But looking back at Australia, that decision about Nathan Lyon feels pretty significant now.
It looms large, doesn't it? They left out their veteran spinner, opted for the 4 quicks.
Which might have looked okay on paper before the start.
Maybe. But if this pitch starts to flatten out over the next couple of days, which Sabina Park can do, they could really regret not having Lyon's control and wicket-taking threat.
It feels like a massive gamble now, absolutely. And you mentioned the openers earlier, Constas and Khawaja. Their lack of runs must be a real headache for Australia, too.
It's a persistent worry, yeah. Another failure for both of them at the top.
But on the flip side, you've got the Windies pace attack, Joseph, Seales. showing real depth and skill.
They really delivered under pressure, didn't they? It was just a perfect demonstration of how to use those day-night conditions. A proper masterclass in handling that pink ball.
So summing up day one then, a real roller coaster, Australia's huge collapse.
So the West Indies fast bowlers absolutely on fire.
And just a massive swing in momentum towards the hosts.
Yeah, it really leaves things hanging beautifully for day two, doesn't it?
It really does. So the big questions now. Can the West Indies build on this? You've got Roston Chase still there. Can he and the others build a really substantial first innings lead?
That's key question number one, definitely. And then for Australia, will their pace attack keep firing? What happens if the pitch does flatten out?
Will they start thinking, oh, maybe we should have played Lyon?
Exactly. Will they regret that selection call? It could become a major talking point.
So maybe a final thought for you, the listener, to mull over. What does this first day tell us about, pace versus spin strategies in modern Test cricket, especially these day-night games?
And maybe think about how one really big strategic call, like dropping a key player, how much can that influence the whole direction of a match, maybe even a whole series decider like this one?
Lots to think about. We'll see how it unfolds on day two.